First and 10.
First down and 10 on the 18-yard line. Knights will hand off near side. Try right tackle. Spitting and turning as a ball carrier. Penatusi gets good yardage on the play. Explodes up to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards on the play by the Bremerton Knights to bring up third down and short.
I cannot tell you how big that play was because the momentum still continues. Bremerton had a great first half. Let's keep the momentum going.
Boy, this would be a big first down for the Bremerton Knights. They can pick one up.
It would be a big first down. Correct.
So,
plus the field position. Once again, that field position game.
second down and 1, short yardage situation for the Knights. High snap, hands off near side again. The ball carrier is Penatusi. Crosses the 33 up to the 35-yard line and drop there. Knights move the chains and pick up a first down on the play. A 7-yard pickup on the play again by Penatusi. Knights moving the football well to start things off here in the second half.
I'm just laughing because he's looking for someone to hit. He got stiff right. Come on, bring it to me.
So, again, Najara still remains the quarterback here in the second half. And one man in the backfield for the Knights. Shotgun will send a man in motion. They hand off to him, left side. Isaiah Edison is the ball carrier. Gets up to the line of scrimmage, is dropped there. And looks like in on the stop for the Kelso Hilanders, Alex Dieter there to help get in on the stop and thwart the play for the Bremerton Knights.
So second down and 10, and I see the rain has kind of let up. It was raining big time at halftime.
Yeah, but looking up at the lights, it's still coming down, but not as quite as it was
at halftime
earlier. You betcha. May bode well for the Bremerton Knights as they need to hang on to the football and not turn the football over against the 3A Highlanders. Here's a handoff again, right tackle. Bouncing off bodies is the ball carrier, Marquise Allen, who gets up to the 40-yard line. 5-yard pickup on the play. Bring up third down and 5 for the Bremerton Knights. Nice job by Marquise Allen. He banged off the defender, kept his feet, and went for more yardage for the Knights.
Number 4 for Bremerton, who just carried the ball. He's overreacting. A little sportsmanlike kind of number 4. I think we got a penalty. There is no penalty. He's just coming off the field.
Coming onto the field with a new play for the Bremerton Knights is Ethan Guerrero.
Number 4.
And
he's not very happy right now.
When you talk about Penatusi,
shotgun formation for the Knights. Najjar, the quarterback. Showing blitz is Kelso. Backing off the blitz. For a moment is Jonas Conrad. Down the handoff. Flags fly up in the air. Run out to the left side by Najara. Trying to keep it himself. He's met the backfield and flung down.
Big tackle. That's Alex Dieter.
Right, there's Alex Dieter there to make the stop for the Highlanders, but a flag all the way back. Tossed at the 32-yard line. Going to go against the Bremerton Knights. Illegal shift. Brings the football back. And see if they elect to decline a penalty. You're going to take it. We'll see.
Yeah. So it was that same play in the first half. Same player too, so he's working that play.
And at times, same result.
Yeah, same result, exactly.
Ball into 39.
Good call that came out to decline it, which is a smart move. Smart. It's fourth down, punt it away.
And Knights will have to bring the punting team on. And again, flags not helping the Bremerton Knights' cause. And they've only had a handful of flags, but they've all been big.
Monsters because they were close to a first down, and now hope they get a good punt out here.
So one man deep for the Highlanders. That's going to be Zayden Hoover, the speedster. Here's the rugby-style kick, a bad kick out the side of his foot. See if it takes a nice bounce. It will bounce towards the sideline. Taken out to 35 by Hoover. Dangerous play by Hoover. Gets blasted out of bounds by the Bremerton Knights there to hit him. On the sidelines with Ethan Guerrero, the 5'7", 140-pound senior, blasts Hoover on the sidelines.
Well, he got lucky he didn't get a personal foul there. He was out of bounds and got hit. And so
first down and 10. Good field position for Kelso. 8:50 to go here in the third. Still no score, and they scored this tie.
Once again, that field position. Let's see what the coach for Kelso sparks this offense.
Am Ryan, the cornerback. And get in the backfield behind him is Montoya. He'll option to Montoya. It crosses the 45 to 50. Explodes down the far sideline. Steps out of bounds at the 43-yard line of the Bremerton Knights. Nice yards on the play. 7-yard pickup by Montoya for Kelso. Brings up second down and short for Kelso. We'll call it second down and 3.
Right off the bat, first second half, they're giving Montoya, and they're going to feed him the ball now.
Montoya over 300 yards rushing last week.
He's only had 44 yards so far.
So Montoya the Knights defense have kind of shut him down, but he gets shut down those good running backs for so long. They'll have to key on him again here in the second half with 8:42 with the clock stop here in the third quarter of play. And the Knights defense will dig in, and the shotgun again for Amrine. He'll turn and hand up on the flip to Zayden Hoover. Explodes out to the far side, rips out on the sidelines, out to the 25, and is pushed out of bounds on the far sideline. Nice play. Little coming for the near side was Amrine, handing off to Hoover, and he gets down the far sideline, breaks outside the painted numbers, and is pushed out of bounds officially at the 23-yard line. 20-yard pickup on the play by Kelso.
That was a beautiful misdirection play. Bremerton was totally surprised on that. Was that a 20-yard gain? Yes.
It shows what they were keying on. They were keying on the first move that time.
Yes.
So Amrine will bring the Hilanders to center, shotgun, and Montoya in the backfield with him. One man split to the far side, return the pitch to Montoya near side. Defense is there for the Knights. He loses one. Gets out, springs outside the painted numbers. The flag will come in at the 25. Maybe a holding penalty will go against the Highlanders. And Briar Iddings was there in the near vicinity of the flag. We'll see what the flag is. It appears to go against Kelso. It'll march the football back.
It is a holding call. And Dave Paul Whitecat for our officials is trying to get the number. But it is a holding call against Kelso. And they can't figure out the number. You got to have that number.
I believe it was number 2. He's the one who popped up near the flag. But
whoa. Now, why is Dave talking so much? Mr. Paul, you make
just picking up the flag.
Picked up the flag.
That's why they're having a long conversation.
I'm going to tell you what happened here. That's a young official, and that's a senior official, and I think he talked him out of it. Are you sure it was a hold? That's exactly what happened. And the senior official talked him out of it.
Sets up second down and 3 for Kelso. Near hash mark, right for our left, going right to left here in the first half, marching down the field.
That's big.
8:34 to go, clock stop. Knights will see if they can't get a big stop in here in second down and short. Of course, Amrine, the quarterback, right behind him, Montoya. One man split to the near side is Dieter. Return the handoff to Montoya. Bounces outside. Has one man to beat, and he is drugged down at the 8-yard line. Enoch Taylor there to make the stop. Enoch Taylor, heck of a basketball player, too. He played summer league basketball with Wildcats for different times.
Yeah. I'm just so impressed by Bremerton's tackling. Once they touch you, they're gonna bring you down. But I guess what it is. The Kelso's rushing. First 3 yards, nobody touches him. Then they get caught. So.
Matter of fact, I didn't even know Enoch played football until just now.
What an athlete!
Two-sport athlete for the Bremerton Knights. Brings up first down and goal for Kelso. Ball on the 9-yard line. He can get a first down. There's a pitch near side to Montoya. Breaks out left side. Montoya into the end zone. Touchdown, Kelso. A 9-yard touchdown run by Montoya, and he gets into the end zone, and we finally have the scoreless tie has been busted into a 6-0 lead by the Highlanders. And again, working on the legs of Montoya.
I guess that jet lag, or in this case, is bus lag. They woke up, coming away from Kelso, plus Stevie's motivation at halftime adjustments is paying off.
Means you're ready for the extra point for the Highlanders. And winning the snap. Here's the snap, looks good, and the extra point is good. So it's 7:44 to go here in the third quarter play. It's now 7-0 Kelso. As Montoya gets in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the coach, Steve, he must have something in the second half. And it's a long drive. It's a long bus drive, 2.5, 3 hours. You know, the kids get here and they got to wait, and maybe they woke up now. So.
It is a long drive, and you sit there and either you try to sleep or you're on your phone the entire time, and then you get up, you got to stretch, and then you get the pads on, and it's probably so you get a little stiff on those long rides.
Next thing you know, it's game time.
I was talking to a couple of the Scotty Valley volleyball players after their long trip, and that's what There's the 25-19 first set last night at Olympic College, and that's what they were saying. It was just right here. It had to get re-loosened up. Even the warm-ups didn't help him get loosened up.
That's going to Skagit Valley, right? Skagit Valley?
Yeah, that was Skagit Valley, you betcha. Skagit Valley card. So, all right, 40-yard line is where the football will be spotted, and Knights will get set to return it. And back is Enoch Taylor. He has some speed on him, as well as drifting back is Ken Najara. Also returned the kick. Coming up from Kelso's Tate Mead, who just kicked the extra point. 7:44 to go here in the third. 3A Highlanders getting everything they can handle from the Bremerton Knights. Here's a kick taken by Taylor at the 5. He's going to go up the middle. Veered to the near side, some good blocking. Squirts outside and is dropped at the 25-yard line. There to make the stop was number 34, Zeffie Rutherford. There's a nice name for you, huh? Zeffie Rutherford, a 6'1" sophomore. And then to make the stop for the Kelso Highlanders here at the return by Enoch Taylor.
Now, how does Bremerton respond? How do they respond after a touchdown? Here we go.
And they've had their chances in the first half. Penalties help squash some of those. And see if they can, like DJ Joe just said, see if they can't respond with 7:34 to go. Can't let that get you down. And shotgun again. Nope, it's seems like too many people in one area, but they do get the hand off. Gets ahead to the 27-yard line. And the ball carrier, if we wait for him to get up from the bottom of the pile, seems to be hurt. He's getting up slowly anyway, is the running back, and he has trouble getting up. Have yet to pin down the number. And from a turnaround, the running back that time for the Bremerton Knights was Marquise Allen. He got landed on by one of those big bodies on the defensive line for the Kelso Highlanders.
I'm watching number 77 White. That's a big guy. 77 White. Don't tell me he's a sophomore.
It was 300 pounds.
7-0 Kelso leading. Second down and 7.
270, close enough. One McDonald's visit shy of his 300 pounds with a hand off left side, trying to pick his way through traffic. Now bouncing outside is for the Knights is Addison. Crosses at 35, gets out close to the first down at the 39-yard line. See where the ball spotted. Those officially spotted at the 38. Brings up third down and shy for the Bremerton Knights. Third down and 2. And we have a Highlander down, slowly getting up, and it's Bradley Jerome, the 6'2", 245-pound junior, slowly getting up, and then the trainer made him sit down. He goes, okay, take your time. He bounced to his feet and seems to be all right, no worse for the wear, but he'll have to come out for a play. As the trainer had to come on the field, so replace him with somebody. And he strolls off on his own power. Good news for the Highlanders, Bremerton Knights. We'll wait for him to walk off the field. Now, get ready for get their offensive possessions. The clock starts. They're not even at the line of scrimmage.
This is a big play, third down. You want to keep the ball away from Kelso right now since that running game going. Big play.
Oh, the Knights. Then you're right, Joe. Third down and short. Big first down. Maybe I can't expect them to go for it on fourth down. We're going to hand off left side. Again, picking it up and more yardage on the play. Grabbing in the back of his jersey was Carter Huntley. He couldn't stop him. And he explodes for more yards across to the 45 and the 50 into the 49 of the Highlanders. Big run on the play by the Bremerton Knights. Marquise Allen, the ball carried that time for the Bremerton Knights.
I think we got a penalty. No, it's not a penalty. Disregard that. That was explosive. Explosive. First down.
Marquise Allen, the 6', 185-pound junior running back. And one of the Highlanders had a hold of his jersey, stretched out, almost ripped off, and then finally just snapped out of his hands, and Allen picked up more yardage on the play, and a Bremerton Knights first down at the 49-yard line of Kelso. Ball on the far hash mark. Knights going from our left to our right. Shotgun for Najara. Will turn the hand off again. Near side, trying to pick his way through traffic is Penatusi. And he spins and keeps those legs moving as he gets out to the 45-yard line. 4-yard pickup on the play. Second down and 6. After a nice run on the play by Penatusi for the Bremerton Knights. Working that ground game against the Highlander defense.
And he is very hard to bring down. Once again, trying to shorten this game as much as possible. We're already at 4:52 third quarter.
Clock ticking away with 4:47 to go here in the third. 7-0 Highlanders. They scored with 7:44 to go here in the third. They break the scoreless tie.
It's a one-score game.
Knights on the 45-yard line of Kelso. 2nd down and 6. Najjar, the quarterback, turning the hand off again. Penatucci tries to pick his way through traffic. And he has those legs again moving. Buried with bodies all over of him from Kelso. There to make the stop eventually was Kenai Philly. And a flag comes in after the play. And we'll have to see what happens here. The flag's at the 44. You have Kelso. And maybe it's a face mask perhaps against Kelso.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Here we go. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, against Bremerton.
Tell you.
You gotta keep your composure, gang. And maybe I don't know if he had something to say or if he did something underneath the pile, but whatever he did is ill-advised. And
Can't do it.
Coach T is beside himself down on the sidelines for the Bremerton Knights as you keep giving a team that is bigger than you, stronger than you in all aspects of being a 3A team, going by that rule. You just can't keep giving teams like that second chances, both on offense and or defense.
I mean, you're doing a good. The drive is going well, and then this happens. This hurts.
Now it's 3rd down and 18.
Oh gosh. Well, yep.
So Knights, 3rd down and 18, which they got those secret squirrel codes, just like the wear watches. You know, at home, on my in my office, not the studio, but the office, I have a secret squirrel bobblehead doll. When I was doing the Blue Jackets broadcasting, somebody used that reference I would use for these secret squirrel codes when they had the in their back pocket. They whip them out, look at them, have them back, and then go hit or do whatever. And somebody left me when I was on a break. Left me a secret squirrel bobblehead doll on the broadcast desk in the press box. Still have that thing to this day. Along with Dave House. There's a high snap, hands out to Penatucci, tries right side, has good blocking out in front of him, crosses the 50 to the 48-yard line, gets back to near the original line of scrimmage, brings up 4th down and 10 for the Bremerton Knights, a gain of 8 yards on the play.
What do you do? What do you do?
Well, the defense is playing well. I'd punt the football.
I would punt the football too. It's a one-score game. I would punt it.
But it appears like the Knights are going to go against our thoughts of wisdom and go for it on 4th down. See what they have drawn up here. 4th down and 9 for the Bremerton Knights. Ball in the near hash mark.
They're going to go for it.
And
This is big.
Najjar, the quarterback, is going to clap for the football. See what they have drawn up here. One man split to the far side of the field. High snap, slant, batted up in the air, and it's loose. It's going to be incomplete pass. Is somebody for the Highlanders got a big hand up there and knocked that ball up in the air. Incomplete pass. The Knights give up the football on the Highlanders' 49-yard line. They look like they have a slant from the far side coming over the middle of the field, and somebody for Highlander recognized that, got a hand up on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
That big paw knocked it down. The screen was there, by the way, but that paw got in the way.
So we'll have to see how the Bremerton Knights respond. And I guess if you're, I'm not saying the Bremerton Knights are going to lose it, but if they do, they have hung with a 3A football team and certainly playing better football than they have the first 3 weeks of the season thus far. Okay, here's a back to pass. Zamrine fires near side at the 45-yard line, intended for Alex Dieter. In and out of his hands, he was wide open at the Bremerton Knights 45.
Hit him right in the hands. He just flat dropped it.
What I would say, hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. I think Dieter was looking to run before he caught that football in and looked that football in. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Ball near the near hash mark. They move it back all the way, well, just it was about a foot short of where it was spawned, but officially at the 48-yard line. Split out to the far side is Bryce Collins. Also split out is Aiden Hoover, the speedster. And to the near side, Alex Dieter. In the slot is Priory Iddings. Amrine roll out to the right side, keep the ball himself, go across to the 50. They lose the tackle at the 45, stays on the feet to the 40. And is finally drugged down there by the Bremerton Knights. There to make the stop was Maurice Allen. And after a nice pickup on the play, picks up at 12 yards on the play by Amrine. And a Kelso Highlander first down before the defense for the Bremerton Knights could get there. Allen brings him down, but not before he picks up a big Kelso Highlander first down.
So after a while, late in the third quarter, the 3A school eventually is taking toll of the 1A school. So
In three, you can certainly take a two-way school like the Bremerton Knights and wear them down over time, and that's
what's happening now.
And that's what they're doing here with the running game here in the third quarter of play. After they already have a touchdown by Montoya in the third quarter. Again, 7-0. There's a handoff to the far side to Hoover. Tries to get outside of numbers, and the flag comes in. Ball may have come loose at the 35. Knights there coming up with the football for Bremerton was Maurice Allen. But
came from the back judge. And what irritates me more than anything else, if overzealous back judge, it just drives me bananas. And I bet this is a holding call.
And the ball did come loose, but I'm not sure if the
holding. Here it is. Overzealous. None of your business. Okay. Well,
have you worked for the
Here's the deal. I tell my officials, if it's totally obvious, call it. I mean, obvious. But if it's marginal, you got to let it go, especially coming from the back judge. But that's just me.
Have you ever worked with an official that were calling fouls that you had to kind of go, hey, man, you need to dial that back? Or
Oh, most definitely. Yes, in between timeouts, we talk about that, And we got to be consistent. But you know what? I'm not there, so it's just his first flag of the day, so maybe it was. Probably was. But guess what? That's pretty big for Bremerton.
First down and 15. We'll call it 14. Far hash mark for Hilanders going from right to our left. Shotgun formation for Amrine. And we have movement up front by Kelso. Looks like it's going to go against Hunter Barajas.
False start.
And Hunter Barajas whistled for that penalty for Kelso. Now march football even further back.
Yep.
After his first down on 14, it'll be a little bit further for Kelso.
So
1:44 to go here in the third, leading it 7-0.
So here's the deal. This is a golden opportunity for Bremerton to step up to get the ball back. Because what's first and 20? Yeah, this
first down and 19.
Yeah, 19. This is a golden opportunity to get them out of, get the ball back. Because if they get a first down.
It still remains first down, however, for the Highlanders, a break huddle, far hash mark. All split to the far side, and split to the near side is Dieter. And Montoya in the backfield, and Amrine will pitch to him. He's going to come near side. Drops it up 50, cuts up the hash mark. Close to a first down, rumbles ahead to the 39. Bremerton there to make the stop for the Bremerton Knights was Tyson Penatucci, and he is very short, or very close to a first down, but he's not quite there. Second down in inches.
Second and 10.
Or second and 10. There you go. Sorry. So second down and 10. So that's good for the Bremerton Knights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's an opportunity to get the ball back. But that was a big run.
Ball spot on the 40-yard line. Need to get to the Bremerton Knights 30 for a first down. Second down and 10. Again, split to the near side is Dieter. Montoya in the backfield. Offstat eye in the backfield with him is Jonas Conrad, 5'11", 180-pound running back. And off to Montoya. He is hit hard at the 33 and is dropped there at the 32-yard line of Bremerton Knights. Brings a third down and short. Montoya again. But they're to give him a big hit. A big wet forward. Ethan Guerrero, the 5'7", 140-pound senior, blasted Montoya as he picks up close to a Kelso Highlander first down, just shy at the 32-yard line, third down and 2.
That was a nice hit. We're about the end of the third quarter. There's 5 seconds left. End of the third quarter.
There it is. That's going to bring the third quarter to a close here at Bremerton Memorial Stadium. Your score is the Kelso Highlanders 7 and the Bremerton Knights nothing. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Friday Night Lights High School Football on Mega Talk Radio, KITZ AM 1400 and ISBNSports.com. Be back in 30 seconds. And portion of this broadcast, the video broadcast is brought to you by Almost Scanner Photography. Also brought to you by Manette Day Spa, Fraternal Order of Eagles 192 in East Bremerton, H&K Insurance, Chiropractic Lifestyle Center, BremertonBasketball.com, Cooper Fuel, as well. Help bringing us, and of course, Tiny Mushroom Sign Shop. And Tequila Los Cazadores, right down the bottom of the hill here. But I picked up a burrito last night after my broadcast last night. And that burrito must have weighed about 5 pounds. And it's sour cream, guacamole in it, and boy,
You always do it around this time of year.
oh, yeah, I'm a little hungry myself. But yeah, I have Golden Star Chinese food at home waiting for me, so good stuff.
So, third down. 3rd and 2.
And also, we'd like to remember, we want to give one more shout out to Lucas Brambilia, the ball boy.
Go, Lucas.
Lucas Judy Band, baby, out there doing good things for the Bremerton Knights. Here's a handoff as we start the fourth quarter. Is Montoya. Get to traffic. Now he is 30, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Montoya from 32 yards. He went inside, bounced outside, got outside the painted numbers, and ran 32 yards for the touchdown, Montoya. And it's 13-0. The Highlanders on top with 11:48 to go here in the fourth.
Yes, that offensive line now for Kelso is now taking control, and that was a good run.
The fourth period.
It's 13-0, and Montoya looking like he did last week. We had over 300 yards for the Highlanders, and in a loss last week, 27-24, heartbreaker. All right, so the Highlanders will get set to kick the extra point, and doing the duties there for the Highlanders one more time is Tate Mead. He looks like he has a good leg on him. He hasn't had a chance to do much from far. They've kicked extra points here tonight. It's 13-0 pending this. Here's the rush in, and the kick is up. It's true and through. 11:48 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. It's the Highlanders 14 and the Bremerton Knights nothing. We'll keep it right here. And once again, recognize some of our sponsors help bringing the broadcast together. This broadcast is presented by Bremerton 76 and brought to you in part by Chiropractic Lifestyle Center. Cooper Fuel, of course, they put the sign up there. I don't know if you went through East Bremerton, they had a sign up there for tonight's broadcast on their sign, Cooper Auto Repair.
Yeah, I saw that.
And, of course, BremertonBasketball.com, almost candid photography. Manette Daceball, we're in a couple more weeks. I'll be over there getting my nice deep tissue sweetest massage. China Massive Sign Shop, Chiropractic Lifestyle Center, PC Parts and Service, H&K Insurance, for general order of Eagles 192 in Tequila and Los Cazadores. A moment ago, we discussed that big old fat burrito. You want one too? Go to Tequila Los Cazadores in Bremerton, Washington, right across on top of the Warren Avenue Bridge. Can't go wrong at all. You know, Rafi Brambulia has been helping us out with the broadcast for about 20 years or so, if not longer. Ball spot on the 40-yard line. Nice strip back to return the kick. And one of them back is, of course, the Enoch Tater, who will be starring for them in basketball again this year. And also back to return the kick, Kenneth Jara. Of course, Davis will be the star again for the Bremerton Knights. There's return man, Tater, returning it to the 2, gets out to the 15-yard line, but and there'll be scrum for the football. Does he not Tater cough it up? Did he cough it up? Have not got a signal from the referee yet. They're going to talk it over, see if he's down. Was he down? Nope, he was down. Everybody exhale now after holding your collective breath, as the Knights almost turned the football over. Would have been a punch in the gut to the Bremerton Knights if they'd returned that ball over there.
And this is why Dave Paul is wearing the white hat. He made the final decision that he was down.
Remember that old thing on football? You make the call. Right?
I remember that.
He'd show it, and you made the call. Then come back after commercial and
you made the call.
See if you were right or not.
It was an oil thing, oil sponsored by some oil thing.
Quaker State, maybe.
Quaker State,
Yeah.
right? Quaker State. You make the call.
I remember Red Auerbach a long time ago, back in the early days in the 70s. He'd be doing a basketball show on, and he had a big old cigar stuffed out of his mouth when he was dead.
We're old.
All right, shotgun formation for the Bremerton Knights. Going to turn hand up near side to Isaiah Addison, and he's dropped in the backfield. Appeared there for the Highlanders. The one man there was
Tremaine Ablon, who played so
Tremaine Ablon.
in the ball game.
Looking down the sideline there, somebody has cramps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's right in front of us here.
Laying on his back.
I think he's number 2.
Oh, yeah, that'd be Penatusi if that's him. Yeah. Tyson Penatusi. And I got a cramp just getting out of bed, let alone playing football.
Once again, we're old.
You know, it's like, Those bed cramps are the worst.
They are in the middle of the night.
And if younger people listening in, you don't know what I'm talking about, you will. Here's a run on their side. Breaking tackles is Isaiah Addison. Crosses the 20 out to the 23-yard line and finally dropped there. And Carter Huntley there to make the stop for Kelso, but not before he picks up a good chunky yardage on the play. About 8-9 yard pickup on the play by Addison. Moves the yard marker, and the rain starting to come down again, kind of hard.
Oh, it's coming down. Yes,
it's going to come down now. His boy is making the ball a little slipperier to hang on to. Maybe the Knights can be a beneficiary of that if they give the football back, but they need to go on a long drive. Fourth quarter is where we sit. 10:24 left in it. 14-0 Kelso. Montoyer made it 7-0 with 7:44 to go in here in the third. Then he busts a 32-yarder in the fourth with 11:48 to go. That's where we sit right now. 14-0 Kelso on top. They'll clap for the football. There's the jar. He's a handoff right side. And he'll get the first down. And then they'll bottle him up at the 25-yard line. And he picked up 2 yards on the play, but just enough for a Bremerton Knights first down.
Just barely got him. They're going to give it to them. First down.
Let me tell you something. Let's say you get 2 yards on the play, pick up a first down. Good job by the Bremerton Knights. And you can see the wind.
I see that. I was just
as well.
Wind.
Okay, well, the Bremerton's going to have to not only face the elements here, the weather here in the fourth quarter, but they have to face the elements of the stifling defense of the Kelso Highlanders out of the shotgun, far hash mark, right to left to march the Bremerton Knights. Bajara will go back to keep the ball himself and roll on near side, and he has nowhere to go. And he cuts up at the numbers, and finally explodes across the 30-yard line up to the 32, and he'll pick up 6 yards on the play. Second down and 4. We'll call it second down and 4 for the Bremerton Knights after a nice job by the quarterback, Najara. He gets out to the painted numbers, and he cuts up and exploded.
He just puts his head down and explodes right into the defender.
Put that thing in overdrive as he crossed the 30-yard line, but he was stopped in his tracks there. Second down and 4. For Bremerton, left to right, near hash mark now. The man in the deep backfield is Marquise Allen, the speedster there. One man split to the far side of the field for the Bremerton Knights. Bench formation on the near side. One man in the backfield for the Bremerton Knights. Will send a man in motion near side. And the Jar's going to keep it himself. Try to reverse field. Cuts up and he slips on the sweat field. The ball comes out at the 30-yard line.
He got it back.
And that's where the elements of this weather is just taking its first effect. As he went to cut up field, Najara, he slips and went down, and the football may have come out, and he may have jumped back on, and the flag will come up after the play is over. Bringing him down on the play for the Highlanders was the big man, number 77, Zach Williams, a 6'3", 270-pound defender for the Kelso Highlanders.
So what's happening here is Bremerton's finally losing their composure. There's probably another unsportsmanlike conduct against Bremerton. Number 8, Bremerton, he's just losing it right now.
He's getting,
So
got a couple players.
Bremerton's finally, they're getting tired now. You know, the 3A school is finally catching up to them.
Marquise Allen is going, hey, my brother, you got to cool it, man. We're still in this thing.
Disregard the flag.
Oh, hey.
Okay, Dave.
If you're Coach T, you're wiping your brow right now and going, man.
There was two flags.
And I can't dodge 2 of them. But maybe there's a timeout on the field.
It's getting chippy. It's getting chippy now. And so someone called a timeout, or it could be an official's timeout. It is an official's timeout.
So they're going to talk it over, and we're going to see what they have to come up with.
Okay, so here's what we talked about, what happened in North Mason. When there's something not proper said on the field, I'm not going to say what kind of word it is, both coaches got to come in the middle of the field and acknowledge that language, even the athletic director, which is coming up right now, Amber, is coming up. They all have to acknowledge what was said on the field and acknowledge the player for the future. It happens again, he's kicked out.
There you go. Good recognition, Jim, because there's Amber Plummer running on the field, and that's, we saw exactly saw that.
Yep. And that happened at North Mason. Remember North Mason?
Yep.
We talked to Robert at the end of the game, and that's what it is. We do the same thing in basketball. So, yeah.
So
that's a new rule now. Here comes Coach Steve coming out.
So Steve Amrine will come out and.
I probably know what the rule is. I'm not going to say it, but we're not there. But anything inappropriate.
Why is it one of the commercials I heard on the radio the other day? Going, this commercial is filled with a bunch of F.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And I probably may have seen or heard on the field.
So that's the new thing. The AD has to come out. Also in basketball, when I do basketball, you got to come out too. You know, then you got a foul report. You know, all blah blah blah. It's the new thing now.
So what kind of report do they have to file out after this game?
It goes to WIA or WOA, you know, and put it on stat. So that individual, it's a pattern, then he can be punished. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's him, but that's number 6.
Once again, that's this quarterback Sorensen, who started this game, is coming out. He's going to give his buddy one of his gloves. So the issue is he getting kicked out. That's another. Probably what they're talking about right now. Remember at North Mason, they didn't kick him out. They just gave him a warning. Of course, that's right. We thought at first it may have been some kind of personal foul or
right.
Targeting thing, and it turned out to be what we're talking about now. It's using bad language and
that's what it is. Good point. I'm glad you said that. Bad language. That's the issue. Bad language.
And so here we go. They're
gonna
officially let us know.
Here we go. Dave Paul has the call.
There's a dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Bremerton. Yikes. And that's going to move that second down and make it a heck of a lot further. And when we talked to Coach T, he's not going to like what.
Oh no, Coach T does not tolerate. He doesn't tolerate that at all. So I'm pretty sure at practice this coming week it'll be quite interesting. So
I wouldn't want to be running in those practices this week.
You can't do that. You cannot do that anymore.
You got to be cool, man. You take your punishment and you march on, man. You know.
I get it's tough. I get it.
I used to have when I played basketball, a lot of players talk smack to me. I just went and did my job, man. I made them pay. There's a high snap snared out of the air. Find a quarterback, Najara, and you're going to explode ahead across the 20 up to the 21-yard line. Nice pickup on the play of 6 yards, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 20 now for the Bremerton Knights. Enough to punt the football away. 8:15 now and ticking after the small delay with the unsportsmanlike contact with the rain going sideways here at Bremerton Memorial Stadium with the wind and breeze picking up, and you can see the rain droplets glistening on the field down below. The ball spits the hash mark. The Knights will kick the football away, drifting back for the Hilanders is Hoover. He definitely is a threat to return the kick. Here's Hoover. Here's a snap. And they're going to run up to the right side, get the football away. They're going to take a Knights roll, and it's going to roll to the Hilanders, 46-yard line, and finally down there. Nice punt by the Knights. 37-yard punt. They'll down it there. And the Hilanders with the football now can methodically chew this clock away from their ground game down below.
Yes, they can.
And the Knights will drop to 0-4 overall in the season this year. It's been a while since they've been 0-4.
It's been a while, and I know they're tired. Hopefully they can hang in there and get this thing going again. So.
There's some teams this year that are going through some changes. The wealth of talent sometimes go through spurts, and the Knights have had it. And maybe this year is an in-between year for the Bremerton Knights. We'll have to wait and see. They have some key seniors on this team, but perhaps not enough talent as they had in the past, or they hand off left side of Montoya. Throws left side, veers to the near side. Now runs across the near field, 35-30. 20 shows his speed, goes into the end zone for a 40, as it sits right now, a 48-yard run with a flag all the way back at the 48-yard line at the line of scrimmage.
They has that body language. It's holy. They bring it back. There it is.
Crackpot block, and negates a 48-yard run by Montoya down there. As he started left side, then he saw some data on the near side as they push up front, but cleared the middle of the field, exposed the near side, and outraced everybody down the near sideline off to our and the near side and here down to a right into the end zone, but it's going to go off or not going to be called back, and he will march the football back.
Boy, can he run or what?
That boy can run.
Can he run? He's good. Which tells me about the first half. I'm impressed that Bremerton played, but I think They're just too big, and eventually caught up to them.
Like Parsons.
And for Montoya in the year, coming into this game, 63 attempts, 686 yards.
Wow.
10 touchdowns.
Wow.
Has 2 of those tonight. He has 12 now after 2 touchdowns tonight.
And we got a false start against Kelso.
The Knights are just one turnover away. And
Well, let's talk about that. Remember that fourth down? You should have punted. And they didn't. They scored. It was only 7-0, and that was a big critical play. Coach T, I don't know, I'm just an announcer. I'm not questioning Coach T. T and I are tight. We're cool.
Amber's down there talking to Coach T right now.
Yeah. I like
And
Coach T.
we'll be back here next week. Squim and Bremerton. This should be a good game.
That'll be another good game. Yep.
And I'll try to find some Thursday games for you, Joe. Yeah, those dates
I
open.
know.
Well, we always appreciate you joining us here in the broadcast.
Oh, it's fun.
A wingman here during the season.
It's fun.
DJ Joe Frey. Here's the handoff. Montoya, left side, dances through. Same play, runs to the near side, stays on his feet, and is buried at the 40. A host of Bremerton Knights there in the bottom of the pile, picking himself up as Dylan McKay, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. There defensively for the Bremerton Knights with the help of some of his friends to help bring Montoya down. And that was the same exact play, Joe, that he busted a moment ago from 32 yards for the touchdown. And
He certainly has a great cutback. He can cut back so good.
so it brings up second down and long, second down and 17 to be exact, with 6:42 and ticking. No hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage to run the play are the Highlanders.
Like Parsons in.
One man in the backfield is Blake Parsons. Center man in motion. Hand out to Parsons. He's going to go left side. Cuts off the left tackle. Explodes up. Crosses the 38 to the 37-yard line. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. And
Flag. We got another flag.
some flags come in after the play, and they fly up high in the air.
Yep, against Bremerton. It's against Bremerton, number 54. It's talking. It's talking. 52.
And if they have to bring him out again and start talking things over, if I was Coach Gio, that would be the last down you play tonight.
He's coming out right now, 52.
And yeah, and he gets. I wouldn't even pat him on the back. To be honest with you.
There we go. Dave Paul has that personal foul.
So at least it wasn't what I thought it was.
Yeah, but still.
But you got to. Composure is part of the game too, and you have to.
Right.
You have to keep it.
And you credit Kelso for that. Because credit Kelso came out second half and said enough is enough. Let's pat these guys out. Let's get them. Let's run all over them, and they have. They've taken over this game since the second half.
And Bremerton Knights, if they had their opportunities and penalties and different sorts of squashed some of those, but they can. After all that's happened tonight, they can keep their heads up. They played a 3 team like Kelso, very, very tough. And if Kelso does get into the end zone here, make it 20-1-0, it wouldn't indicate how close this game actually
Exactly.
been. Here's a low snap.
Good point there.
The Amron will pick it up off the turf. He's chasing the backfield. He'll roll out to the left side.
Look at
Shovel
that.
a pass ahead. Incomplete to 33. Tried to shovel a pass about 15 yards out to Daniel. To Triton Daniel, and he just couldn't get stopped as the momentum was carrying him forward. He turned to get a low shovel pass. It falls incomplete. Brings up second down and 10.
That was awesome. You almost completed that.
Amron showing some ingenuity there. He rushed down and then was chased around, and he couldn't get his body squared around to throw it, so he just shovel passed it and almost turned out to be a big play, but it flutters incomplete instead. Second down and 10, 6:05 to go. The clock stopped. Amron, the quarterback, shotgun again. He's going to hand off again to Montoya. He's got some good blocking on the edge. Cuts up just inside the painted numbers. Crosses the 40 to the 36-yard line. We'll call it the 35. Brings up a first down. Picks up 6 yards on the play. And moves the chains for the Kelso Highlanders and picks them up a big first down with 5:43 and ticking here in the fourth.
So I'm fair to say that he's over 100 yards. George will definitely confirm that. He's over 100 yards probably.
Maybe try to get to end
Look
line
at
and
that. We got right there. 100, he's got 20 rushes for 129 yards. And he had 34 in the first half. So you do the math. You, Rain Man.
at the North Basin. I can't compute that. Knights almost jump offsides, and they do. And it's
Encroachment.
yep. They see him come in from the sidelines. The side judge going offsides, and the flag will pick up the flag at the 34 to march the football ahead. So if we can nail down the Tucker Amrine, we can nail down Ada Montoya, and we'll get him on the post-game show.
That's
if we can get down there. If they don't get off the field in a hurry with the rain coming down. If they do, well.
That's why coaches say it's 4 quarters of football. 4 quarters. You can't play 2 quarters because Bremerton played great. But the 3rd and 4th quarter has been total domination by Kelso.
5:13 to go here in the 4th quarter. After the game's over, send it back to DJD back at the KHG studios. Dennis Buckholz. There we go.
JD.
All right, here's a handoff. Montoya left side, dances up, then reverses the field near side again. Cuts upside at the painted numbers. Explodes across the 20, stays on his feet, and he is blasted. He runs over a Knights defender, and then he is blasted in return, but not before he picked up big yardage on the play. 10, 15, 19 yards officially on the run by Montoya. He delivered a hit and then took one. Flag down in the field at the 8-yard line, right on the painted 10-yard line down there. And we'll have to see what that details.
He's definitely a running back zone.
Well, he not only runs the football, he can deliver some punishment too. He ran over a Bremerton Knight defender before he got blasted.
They're moving back. Kelso's moving back, so.
And that's first line contact that goes against the Kelso Hilanders.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay. Like I said, it's getting chippy out there. So, yeah, I can see how it's going on.
So 14-0 remains the score with 4:49 to go. Game is
We got George here.
barely 2 hours old. George has got some post-game highlights for us before we send it back to the studios.
But that didn't count.
All right, near hash mark for the Kelso Highlanders.
30-yard line now.
Tucker Amrine, the quarterback.
At the 25? Yeah, 25.
First down and 10, by the way. Ball on the 30. In the backfield is Blake Parsons, who takes the handoff right side. Veers outside the painted numbers, being trying to drag down. Funny, Tyson Penatucci there, drug him down from behind. But right just shy of a first down, we'll call it on the 23-yard line. Nice pickup on the play. 7-yard pickup on the play by Parsons. Second down and short for Kelso. 4:18 to go here in the 4th.
Got that 21 Blake. Where do you find these guys? These guys are big. They're 87 is huge. 60s, 16, 70s. These guys are huge.
They're 3'8" for a reason.
Yeah, they are 3.
Okay, so it looks like Montoya's done. His day is done. You're going to keep him healthy, and Parsons will get the abundance of the carry to wind down the game. He'll take the left side, met at the sideline at the line of scrimmage, and then there is, I think, Elijah Harris to bear hug him and toss him down to the ground. No gain on the play. Second down and short. It's called third down and 5. They flip the yard marker.
It's about, yeah, you can say it, George. 3rd and 3. Just hope no one else gets hurt. 3 minutes left. 3:31 and counting. You know, like I said, Bremerton's. I can just tell they're tired now. You know, so Coach Steve is just gonna just bleed the clock and just go home because they got a long bus ride all the way to Kelso.
Hoover and Dieter split to the near side. Split to the far side is Daniel. Shotgun for Amrine as you take it and hand off left side to Hiddings, who comes across from one side in the field for the far side of the field, cuts up outside the painted numbers, inside the 10-yard line, down near the 7-yard line before being ushered out of bounds there by the Bremerton Knights defense. I think there, Maurice Allen was there on the stop, as long as Ryder Sorensen for the Bremerton Knights, who is still hobbling. I think I saw 6 out there. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, The 7-yard line now. First and goal.
The first down and goal. 2.5 minutes to go in this game. And the Knights defense will try to keep Kelso out of the end zone. First down and goal for the Highlanders. There's the turn to hand off Parsons. Left side explodes up. He will lunge into the end zone for the touchdown. A 8-yard touchdown, 7-yard touchdown run by Parsons. Gets into the end zone for the Highlanders with 2:16 to go.
Straight up the middle. Straight up the middle. Push it down the field. Touchdown, Kelso.
Side of that line did a nice job.
Makes it 20-0.
You know what's so funny about the long trips? Oh, when I played football, I remember we had like long trips. When we're going home, I'm curious. Do they have school tomorrow? I wonder if they have school tomorrow. You guys have school tomorrow? They do have school tomorrow. How about that?
What's tomorrow?
Friday.
I know, but any significance to that?
Well, I mean,
there's no holiday, is there?
Normally, when they drive back, we usually stop somewhere and eat.
Oh, well, no, they got to go to school tomorrow.
They're not stopping.
There's no special holiday tomorrow except they can call it a victory holiday, but they'll still have to go to school. The kick is up and through, and it's 21-0 with 2:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Highlanders have done what they had to do: come on the road to win a non-league affair against the Bremerton Knights, and it wasn't easy as one may have thought it would be, but nonetheless, 21-0. As we said moments ago, it's not as close as this game was the entire evening, but there's to polish things off. It was Parsons on the final drive, perhaps of the day, for the Kelso Highlanders, and they did it in impressive form. No, they just, even though the Bremerton Knights were hung in there for the first half, there was no score in the first half, they finally wore down the Bremerton Knights in the end.
So Bremerton had their chances. And remember, it was 7-0 with 4:59 in the third quarter. They had the ball at their own 48-yard line, 4th and 10, and what they went for it. And that changed everything. Remember, that was late in the third quarter. It was 7-0. So.
And you know what happens when you give good teams second chances.
Especially a team like Kelso.
Yeah.
At 3A school. So.
And I know.
I wish I had punted that ball. That was so what would happen there.
Well, we got 2:16 to go. Maybe the Knights can go down the field and get something on the scoreboard before this game is over. As drifting back again for the Bremerton Knights, the return to kick is Najara, as well as Enoch Taylor. And the Kelso kickoff from their 40-yard line. And, of course, doing the kickoff duties, Tate Mead, the 6'1 senior. Measure it off. Have you ever been able to kick a football soccer style?
He has.
I mean, I haven't. I can't. All right, here's a high kick taken at the 6 by Taylor. Explodes up the middle and is tripped up at the 24-yard line. Excuse me, that was the return man that time for Bremerton Knights was Najara taking the kick from near his goal line and then brings it out to the 23. And the Knights will have an air attack to end this game. First post-game, we'll bring the kids up, Suns. Are you reading the story for the Sun? Just up here.
So, who you want you want post-game interview?
Oh, yeah, 5 and 28.
5 and 28. Okay, we'll get him.
5 and 28.
George will take care of you here, and I'll go get him.
Perfect. And Night Shotgun taking their plays out on the secret squirrel codes and the bands on their arm. And they'll send him in motion near side to hand off to Najara. And he's going to get right back, maybe a yard on the play as he cuts across the middle. Clock will keep ticking away, and I imagine Coach T will just let this thing tick away and get out of here without any injuries. We saw one player down on the sidelines with a cramp, but beyond that, I haven't seen too much.
Let's just get out of here. Let's just go home. 141. No one hurt. I know there's this replacements are in there. I get it. They want to play. I get it.
I have a big old Foster's oil can waiting for me at home.
I was that player. I get it.
Okay, 25-yard line for the Bremerton Knights.
I just hope the officials get it and let them play.
There's a fumble in the backfield, and
be nice.
Picking it up was Medina, and he is swarmed on in the backfield. Clock will keep on ticking. Brings up third down for the Knights. And, well, the rain is kind of lit up, and the breeze is still there. And relatively comfortable conditions here, relatively, too. Before the rain came out, even with the rain, it's still relatively warm outside, not certainly cold at all.
Blame it on the rain.
Did you lip sync that, or did you sing that?
I did. I'm an excellent singer. I'm DJ Joe Frank. DJ Joe Frank.
Hey, DJ Joe Frank. He's more than just music. He's the life of the party, baby. There's a high snap taken again off the counter, if you will, to Najara. Spins away from one man and is buried in the backfield. That get the 18-yard line.
I think that's going to do it. That will do it. 29 seconds and counting.
And that would do it from up here. We'll be, once we drop here, we'll go down the field, and DJ Joe Frank and I will catch up with the players of the game, Tucker M. Ryan and Aiden Montoya here. 28 and 5. Okay.
I will see you next week.
And DJ Joe Frank and I will be back here right at Bremerton, Squim and Bremerton here next week.
Good job, Bremerton. You guys played good, dude. Congratulations to Kelso. Drive safely, Kelso.
And Bremerton had 4 seconds left. I think somebody called a timeout. Bremerton called a timeout.
I don't know why. All right, 20.
Now, I don't know why.
They call timeout? Bremerton call timeout?
Yeah, it's good trivia.
Okay.
So the Knights.
Totally lined up.
Jeez, fair enough. But once you head down the field, DJ,
I want to go do that right now, yeah.
And then Joe and I will, George and I will take over briefly, though, George, okay? And we'll wind down here. But once you go, we get one more play to go to get the post-game stats, and we'll send it back to DJD back at the studios. By the way, you can catch the post-game video interviews on at ISBN Sports on YouTube, matter of fact, and then we'll put them on our collective Facebook pages, Kevin Mack and at ISBN Sports on Facebook as well. We've been able to catch some of this video as well. So I'm glad the live stream is going here for most of it. Here's a handoff near side to Najara, going to try left side, and he's going to be buried at the 28-yard line there defensively. To mop things up is Blake Larwick, the 5'10", 170-pound junior for Kelso. Your final score, 21-0. The Hilanders come out on top. 7:44 to go in the third. It was Montoya busting one in to make it 7-0. And with 11:48 to go, again for 32 yards out is Montoya making it 14-0. Parsons gets into the act with 2:16 to go, an 8-yard run, making it 21-0. That is your final here for Bremerton Memorial Stadium. As they shake hands below, we go to George Edgar here. Up here live, up here in the Bremerton Memorial Stadium for our quick post-game recap. George, take it away.
Lots of yards on the ground for both teams. Kelso had a 219 yards rushing on the ground by my count. Their leading rusher, Aiden Montoya, 20 carries, 148 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The rest of their running backs, Mason Hanson, 2 carries for 16. Tucker Ibling, their quarterback, 3 carries for 38. Blake Parsons, 4 carries, 17. And Bryson Innings, 1 carry for 10 yards, 219 yards total on the ground. Ibling, as a quarterback, was 3 of 8 for just 5 yards, but he didn't really need to pass that much tonight. Alex Dieter caught 2 of those passes for 5 yards, and Bryson Innings caught the other one just for a negative gain on the screen pass on the first half. As for Bremerton, they had 142 yards unofficially on the ground. Their leading rusher, Najera, 57 yards on 14 carries. Marquise Allen, 47 yards on 8 carries. Tyson Penatusi, 40 yards on 8 carries. Tremaine Abuan had 7 yards on 4 carries, and Isaiah Addison, 4 carries for 14 yards. Ryder Sorensen, their quarterback, he was just 1 of 4 for 22 yards, and that 22-yard pass was caught by Elijah Harris.
And that's going to do it for our post-game stats. Thank you, George Edgar, for keeping the post-game and, of course, the stats throughout tonight's game. The Knights fall tonight 21-0 to the Kelso Highlanders. That would do it from here. DJ D will send it back to you at the KIDZ studios. For you who want to watch the replay, go to at ISBN Sports on YouTube. And, of course, you can watch it all over again on their ISBN Sports YouTube page as well. K-Mac for DJ Joe Frank and DJ D and George Edgar reminding you the road to success is always under construction. We'll see you next year live from Bremerton. This Squim Wolves will be in town to take on the Bremerton Knights. Good night, everybody.
down the Bremerton Knights 21-0 tonight. And Dave, your thoughts on the performance tonight?
Well, first half was ready to go. We did well. Bremerton came at us and ran the ball pretty well with their speed. Just took us maybe a halftime discussion to fire this thing up, and then they looked like Kelso.